Hi girls, how are you all? If you could start there just by introducing yourself and maybe just your name and your age.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm 12. Hi, I'm Kate and I'm 12. Hi, I'm Erica and I'm 12.
I'm Miss
Brilliant.
Hogan, I'm the principal of the school, and behind us is Miss Young, who trained, who's manager of the team, I suppose. Okay.
Brilliant. And so you obviously just won the Cup of the Muscle final in Croke Park. Can you tell me a little bit about what it was like to play in Croke Park?
Playing in Croke Park was absolutely amazing. It was like a great feeling.
Go on, tell about your
And
feeling.
like it was my dream, like always my dreams playing Croke Park and win, and like that just came true, and it's like amazing to play there. I thought I was gonna have a panic attack before we were playing.
And was it the feeling of walking out onto the pitch, and were you nervous, or did you was it more excitement?
It was more of an excitement. Yeah, it's kind of mixed. Yeah, because on the bus, like I'm usually really chatty on the bus, and I was very quiet on the bus. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Amazing. And can you tell me what positions you play?
I'm midfield. I'm midfield as well. I'm centre forward.
Good stuff. So two of you are partners in midfield.
Yeah.
And what was it like, the game? Can you talk me through the game? Was it a tough game? Was it a close game?
It was probably it was close at the first half of it, but then it sort of the second half, everyone was just scoring because we wanted to win really badly.
Hold on, Hannah.
Yeah,
I'm going to interrupt here. 5 minutes into the second half, there was only 1 point in it.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, are we going to lose this having done so well? But these guys, I think Queeve will back me up here. They always dug deep. In every match we played, we had tough matches along the way. Yeah. And all of a sudden they just knew that to get back goals, and they did it. Hannah, what did you score in the day?
I scored, I think it was 3 goals and 2 points.
Wow, amazing.
And
I
Kate?
Scored a goal and a point.
Just,
I scored a point.
yeah.
Well done. Amazing.
When we had the little chat at half time, we always went out and started at 0-0. That the second half was a brand new half, and we started again. And then Kate was normally very quiet when you talk, but then at half time she was like, "Can I just say something really quickly? I didn't come here to Croke Park to lose. I'm not coming out here losing." So I think that really drove the team on then in the start of the second half then, which was great.
Yeah,
definitely. And what do you girls think about, obviously it's the team is what's important. How much do you think it's important to kind of rely on your teammates and kind of get that support?
It's major. The backs are brilliant, the forwards are brilliant. You can always rely on your teammates because you know that they're absolutely amazing. And it's just pretty much that.
Kate was a great captain. I mean, also in the semi-final. Erica, were you captain in the semi-final? Yeah. Do you want to tell them how tough the semi-final was?
The semis was actually harder than the final.
It's important to have those tough games
again.
There.
Yeah, and the tough games. But Erica was great captain, but Kate kept putting girls back all the time, saying, "Come back, come back, come back." And she just, they knew they wanted to get to Croke Park. From the very beginning, they knew they wanted to get to Croke Park. So they knew that that's what it was going to take, just determination, I suppose. Yeah. And tell them about your favourite part in Croke Park, Hannah.
My favourite part in Croke Park was walking onto the pitch and the dressing rooms. Yeah. My favourite part was probably lifting the trophy and just the final whistle. Mine was everyone cheering and the dressing rooms because everyone else, the Dublin players were there now.
Yeah.
Can you tell me was it what you expected it to be before you went? Did you think it would be like that?
I'm not sure. I thought it was I definitely thought Croke Park was it was so big, it was crazy how big it was. And I did kind of expect the match to happen like that because our school got into Croke Park before and we watched our school play. So I kind of was knew what was kind of going to happen.
And you mentioned when the final whistle blew, so obviously you've such relief. What was it like running to your teammates and your classmates and everything?
Everyone was strangling each other and jumping on top of each other and so happy, and both of us were all crying because we were so happy and we were really happy. Yeah, and I thought because the other game beside us, I thought their whistle was our whistle. So I was jumping around thinking that their whistle was our whistle, and then I realized, oh wait, we're still in the middle of a game. So, but like when the final whistle blew, I was just so relieved and so happy.
And what was it like coming back into school then with the cup?
And everyone like there's like when we walked in through the gates, like everyone was like lining up, like, and they were all like cheering and like clapping and all when
Yeah,
we
we
were
had
walking
like
back down.
guard of honor and stuff. So like it's
Singing
great.
2, 4, 6.
And they're all singing their songs. Yeah.
And what's your favorite thing about playing?
The team.
Yeah, the team. Like you make so much friends in GAA. Like I've made so many friends during GAA. So
Like I know half the school now because of it.
yeah. So
So it's like really good for friendship and like not just for competitiveness. It's like more than that.
yeah, and it's like the sport as well. It's just amazing. It's just like so fun. I find it so fun as well. Like I just love the sport and stuff. Yeah.
And when you think of kind of footballers that you look up to, is there any that come to mind?
Probably Siobhan McGrath because she was in Melrose and she played for Thomas Davis, and yeah, so probably her and Alwyn Carey and stuff. So
Siobhan and Alwyn.
Yeah.
Probably Siobhan.
Siobhan McGrath, I think, seems to be the major, yeah. And Siobhan was a past pupil here as well. So there's a great history of sport in Scullmaroon. Siobhan, Alwyn, Ciara McGuigan, Tammy. And I suppose that since these girls come back with their win in Croke Park United, they've become VIPs in school. And all they're asking to do jobs, and the younger kids are just looking up to them in awe. And so they are third and fourth class. The younger children have started GA training now, and we have huge numbers. And these girls are helping out. So in their own little heads, they say one day we're going to do what they did and become the heroes that these girls are.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and it's so important, isn't it? When you have it doesn't have to be people on the Dublin panel or anything. It can be people from your own school, and I hope you realize how important it is to stay playing, and you can inspire just at your own age as well.
Yeah.
And if you could talk to me as well, maybe about like other kind of role models you have in terms of athletes.
I think Katie Taylor is
probably
definitely because like she's like obviously gold medalist in boxing, and same with Kelly Harrington.
Yeah.
So like
And she's like all over Ireland. So
Yeah.
like the news.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kate McCabe defo as well because she's like a great captain
Yeah.
and stuff.
They're really, really good ones, and I think it's so important, to have these kind of role models as well, and I hope that you realize that as well, that not just them, but you guys are role models for, as I said, younger kids in your own school, from what you've achieved. So it doesn't have to be the massive players that you see on TV. You can be a role model yourself. Could you, as a teacher and as a coach, can you talk to me like a little bit about the participation maybe of the team, and like the numbers that you're kind of getting and the interest?
Okay, so at the start, like, in fairness, throughout the whole year, I suppose, really, there was always great numbers. I think at one stage we clocked 28.
We had 29 on the panel.
Yeah, 29 on the panel, and then one of our starting goalie broke her wrist. So that was a major blow to us. But like there was always constant numbers at training because the girls knew that we were good and the team was solid.
Yeah.
So if that they didn't come to training, there was always fierce competition on fighting for your place and retaining it really, because we normally tried to base it off sixth class and let the sixth class play. But the fifth class were so strong coming up that on the day of Croke Park, really, the fifth class really showed up. And there was a lot of fifth class who started as well because there was fierce competition. But it was the training all the time where the girls came, they put so much effort in. And it wasn't really, like, it wasn't a chore. It was, we all went out, we all enjoyed it, we all wanted to be there. So I think that as well, it drove the team on that we wanted to be there. It was more fun and it made it easier to be there rather than, we have to go to training again. Like, I remember one day we had a match on the school pitch and it absolutely lashed down. It was torrential. And the girls weren't coming off the pitch. They were not coming off the pitch. So we took off our good players because we were winning. So we took off some good players. And they weren't going in because they were going back on at some stage. But I think the camaraderie was built up through training and through the fun we had at training, which was really good. And it kind of gelled us all together then as a team.
Do you girls want to add anything to that then?
Well, I suppose in the history of the school here, there's always been a lot of sport in this school. And really, we all missed it during COVID, didn't we?
Yeah.
We missed it so much during COVID. And so it was great to see things coming back to normal last term. And we had well over 120 children involved in teams every week. So it was like a factory. It was a massive operation. There were 3, and thanks to all the teachers who do the training and cover the classes and give up their free time.
Yeah.
So there was a great high this year about the GAA.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, the boys' senior team didn't make it to Croke Park. We had a very good junior team, but they don't have the opportunity to go to Croke Park. So it's great to see it coming back. And as I say, this win has really influenced the high numbers of participation within the younger girls. And another interesting thing from that team, I think, Weeva, is our full-back line are 3 soccer
Brooke and
players.
Olivia.
Brooke, Olivia and Sophia Cooling. And they don't play in any GA club. And they were superb.
Yeah.
Like
So
the
what-
blocks broke
They
down.
were
like,
so
yeah, like crazy.
He blocked 4 goals.
Yeah, she blocked 4 goals.
Yeah.
So I think really Thomas Davis should pay. they should sign that full back line up, which was great. Like, so you didn't have to be, for some kids that they don't live near GA clubs, they mightn't have the support at home to get them to all the training. Whereas within the school, the training is open to everybody, and all you have to do is show up every day. And
it was easier for them to join.
yeah, it was easier.
And then their friends are playing, so it was easier to come along with a friend or someone in your class, which kind of influenced them more and encouraged them more to come, which is why our numbers were so high.
Yeah,
Like 29 on a panel is
It's
massive
huge.
number.
Amazing.
yeah.
When you only play 15, and so
I know you can only play 15. Yeah, that was difficulty, but they were very good, because I think we said really from day one that the 5th class were more than welcome, but not all 5th class would get their game, and they were really happy. But Ness, like, we're really expecting big things for our camogie as well. All these girls we're hoping to do well in the camogie also.
And some of you girls, you play camogie as well, you mentioned, didn't you?
Yeah.
and you will join as well.
And we get Hannah out as well. Yeah, we get Hannah out as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you could just each sum up in maybe one word what it meant to win and about the day in Croke Park.
Absolutely amazing.
That's 2.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Probably like a dream, probably.
Yeah, it was my
Amazing.
dream ever since I started football and all. So we actually went out for dinner after it.
Why not? You have to celebrate properly.
And another thing was Marty Morrissey sent us a good wish
Yeah.
message.
Yeah, that was-
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic message that went to Matt the night before. It was on Twitter, because one of the girls' mothers works with him. But it was a fantastic message, and he was saying about Marty's party. So when the girls are walking out to Croke Park, what were you shouting?
Party, party.
So we're still waiting for him. So we have to call Marty in for the
Yeah.
party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's so funny. Can you tell me about as captain, what it meant, and like what do you kind of do to kind of motivate the girls?
I always like tell them, like, I never ever tell them like any negative things. Like, you can only look forward, not backwards. So like I do like tend to like shout at them, but like it's never bad things or anything. It's like I'm just like, come on girls, like wake up, recover. And like it just meant so much to me being captain, because as I said earlier, it was always been my dream to be captain.
Yeah, and it's important to not, like, you can shout away, but it just as long as it's not being negative, it's it's important to
The
be,
whole
yeah.
point was always encouragement as well,
Yeah.
and it was always like, sometimes you might lose your head for a while and you forget.
Yeah.
But Kate was always, no, you need to come back. Like, she was shouting at Hannah. The two of them were a great pair in midfield, because if Hannah went forward, Kate held back.
Yeah.
But then if Hannah was up in forwards, it was Kate that was like, Hannah, you need to get back. You need to help me. You need to get back and help me. So they worked really well together. They communicated really well together in midfield.